1-0 win against Real Madrid in the Champions League game. This was a great game to watch. Everybody was out for it. Anfield was out for it. Obviously, we're accepting Real Madrid to play on our pitch. We've seen this matchup last season. We did really well against them, and I was a bit scared because I don't know where we were. Right, we've been so poor lately. Well, really, since the start of the season, to play someone who's this successful in this tournament is definitely scary. But this is the lineup that Arne Slot decided to put up with against Real Madrid. Let's have a look here. The midfield. I think Arne Slot realized that this is my best three midfielders to play. McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch. Those three guys are the ones who won us the league last season. And Florian Wirtz hasn't been really popping, since we bought him. I'm just gonna go back to the midfielders that I can trust, that I know are gonna put up those type of performance. And we saw that. Szoboszlai was quality, shot after shot. Same with Maka, right? Gravenberch is so good to see him back. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries, dealing with injuries, recovering from injuries. So it's great to see him. He's like our safety blanket, right? Konate, we've been making fun of him for, he's already learning Spanish, and he doesn't want to play with us anymore. And this is the team that he's playing against. Maybe he is kind of auditioning to be with Real Madrid next season, but I thought he was pretty good this game. McAllister, shot after shot. Thibaut Courtois is so good. We should have scored like at least 4 goals, but he saved so many of them. He stopped so many of our shots. An amazing performance by him. It reminds me of when we played them in the grand final of the Champions League a few years ago, where he was the man of the match because he was that quality. This reminds me of that. Of course, McAllister ended up scoring a goal from a free kick, which I thought was an offside, but it wasn't. We take it, even though he conceded. Thibaut Courtois was amazing this game for sure. Florian Wirtz, we've been heavy on Florian Wirtz. I thought that he played his best game this season, especially playing against in a big game, in a Champions League game against Real Madrid, a team the most successful team in this tournament, right? Last but not least, I want to talk about Conor Bradley, because this man, last season he locked up Mbappe. This game he locked up Vinicius. What a game from Bradley, right? Especially this is someone who, we bought Frimpong to replace Trent, right? We didn't really think that Bradley is up for it. I don't think, we saw Bradley as a start week after week and to win us the Prem, but he locked up Vinicius, he locked up Mbappe. He had a great game. He had a great game. Before I go, let's talk about the Aston Villa game that happened a few days ago. We are now third with this win, sitting 7 points behind Arsenal and Man City, who are second. Aston Villa didn't really challenge us. We've been struggling with teams who played the long ball against us. We've been struggling. Obviously, we've been losing left and right, but Aston Villa didn't really challenge us. We had a comfortable win. It was a great win. Is the title race over? I think one more loss, I think that's it for us. If we can keep going, this reminds me of, when City was a few years ago when we lost one game and City lost like 4 or 5 games and they still won the league. Those type of things can still happen. But here's the thing: we got City, that's a tough opponent. We got Forest, West Ham, and Sunderland in the next 4 Premier League games. We have PSV in the Champions League game next. But Prem, we gotta win. We gotta keep going. Watching this game against Real Madrid, I thought that I finally watched the good old Liverpool, right? The quality of Liverpool, right? I've been so disappointed. We've been so poor. It's been so embarrassing to watch we play, for sure. But that's it, man. Great performance all around from the boys. We gotta keep this momentum. We gotta keep going. Let's see what happens against Man City.